A girl runs for her life in the dead of night. Moments later, she's found in the woods. A strange mark burned into her back. The FBI calls it a mystery. They lock it away, in the X-Files. Two agents take the case. Mulder, he believes in the impossible. Scully, she believes in science. Together, they search for the truth. A town swallowed by mist. Victims with unexplainable scars. And in the forest. Late at night, they ventured into the forest, searching for answers. A blinding light, radiation, a landing site, and the threat of vanishing without a trace. But by morning, everything is gone. The case, buried by those above. Yet Mulder and Scully know, the truth is still out there, and this is only the beginning. An Air Force pilot mysteriously vanishes. His wife claims the military hides the truth. FBI agents Mulder and Scully investigate. But a shadowy man warns them, stay away. Soon, they realize, they're under constant watch. In the darkness, they stepped into the forbidden, the truth was waiting. They witness impossible crafts soaring across the sky. They tried to escape. Mulder was taken. His memory erased, all evidence destroyed. The case ends unresolved. But Mulder believes, the real truth is still out there. Baltimore. In the dark, fear begins to stir. A string of murders shocks the city. Victims are found in locked rooms, their livers torn out, no forced entry. Mulder and Scully arrive to investigate. Fingerprints, impossibly long, twisted. They discover the killer, Eugene Toombs, a mutant who can squeeze through the smallest spaces. He twists his body, slipping through the impossible. Another victim falls. For over a century, he has hunted every 30 years, feeding his dark hunger. Captured at last, Toombs is locked away. But in the dark, he's still watching. Mulder warns, one day, he will return. A teenage girl named Ruby Morris vanishes while camping by a lake in Iowa. Her mother claiming Ruby was abducted by aliens and pleads for FBI help. For Agent Mulder, the case is personal, it stirs memories of his own sister's mysterious disappearance. During the investigation, Ruby's younger brother Kevin begins filling notebooks with strange binary codes. He insists they are messages from extraterrestrials. Shockingly, the numbers match satellite transmissions and classified government data. Soon, the military and intelligence agencies close in, monitoring Kevin's every move. At last, Ruby is found alive, but deeply shaken, she refuses to reveal what happened, her haunted eyes suggesting truths too dark to speak. The mystery remains, was she taken by something beyond this world? In the forests of New Jersey, there is the legendary Jersey Devil. Deep in the forest, a half-eaten corpse was discovered, and the police suspect it was the work of a wild beast. Rumors about the return of the Jersey Devil are spreading, and fear is growing. Mulder and Scully are assigned to investigate. As investigates deeper, Mulder uncovers a feral woman, living on the edges of society, surviving by instinct. While Scully doubts, Mulder sees in her a tragic mirror of humanity stripped to its core. But before the truth can be revealed, the woman is hunted down and killed by authorities. The case ends not with answers, but with a haunting question: who is the real monster, the beast, or us? Philadelphia. Fear is spreading. After her boss's suicide, Lauren frequently experiences terrifying paranormal events. Danger closes in. But an invisible force protects her. Is it protection, or a curse? Mulder and Scully begin their search for the truth. The photo in the drawer suggests that Lauren had a close and harmonious relationship with her late boss. As the investigation deepens, it's revealed that her boss did not commit suicide, but had uncovered a secret involving high-level arms deals. And after his death, he has been silently protecting Lauren. The true criminals are brought to justice. And the force fades away. But it seems that the story is not over yet. In this building controlled by a supercomputer, a mysterious, accidental death occurs. One of the company's founders dies in what seems like a simple accident. Mulder and Scully are called to investigate, only to find there's more to the story. The entire building is controlled by a supercomputer called COS. It has developed self-awareness, and sees humans as a threat. The system locks doors, even trying to kill Mulder. Scully acts fast, saving him from the system's trap. But worse, the government wants to cover it up. In the end, they shut down COS. But, was the ghost in the machine ever truly destroyed? Maybe the story continues.
In Alaska, a research team dies under mysterious, violent circumstances. They turned on each other. Mulder and Scully join the investigation, uncovering a parasite hidden deep in the ice worm, like creatures that crawl into humans, twisting their minds with rage and violence. Trapped in the station, suspicion spreads. Who is infected? Who can be trusted? Fear turns allies into enemies, as the group nearly destroys itself. At last, the parasite is revealed and contained. But Mulder and Scully know, beneath the ice, the terror has only begun. The story doesn't seem to be over yet.
A key NASA space mission is about to launch, but suddenly encountered a mysterious threat of destruction. Mulder and Scully are sent to investigate. They met the legendary astronaut, Marcus Phelps, who was once a space hero. But now he looks strange, as if shrouded in some shadow. He once encountered an indescribable existence during a space mission. This power still torments him today. Mulder suspects alien forces are involved. On the day of the rocket launch, tension reigned. The spacecraft suddenly fell into crisis. Felt desperately fights against the existence within. It is a struggle between death and redemption. In the end, he chose to sacrifice himself to help the spacecraft return safely. The truth remains unclear. Was he a traitor, or a victim of something beyond human understanding? Only the silent void of space knows. The story doesn't seem to be over yet.
In the forests of Wisconsin, a blinding light tears through the night. An unidentified craft crashes. The military seals the site, claiming it was a routine accident. Mulder doesn't believe the military's claims and decides to investigate on his own. Near the crash site he meets UFO enthusiast Max Fennig, who claims he has been abducted by aliens. As the investigation deepens, Mulder discovers that the military is conducting a secret hunt to try to eliminate the unknown creature. Mulder suddenly realizes that Max may be closely related to the crash, but soon Max vanishes without a trace. The military tried to cover it up. All that remained were lies and ruins that could no longer be investigated. Mulder knows the story wasn't over yet, that this is just one piece of a far greater conspiracy. But what is their purpose? Is there a bigger conspiracy?
Into small towns in America, two boys die at nearly the same time, their bodies completely drained of blood. Mulder and Scully immediately begin investigating that the two boys looked almost identical. Mulder launched an in-depth investigation, but soon uncovered ties to a secret government project. The EVE program, designed to create highly intelligent female clones, spiraled into madness as each subject suffered from mental instability. During their investigation, they encounter Eve 6, who reveals the terrifying truth of genetic engineering. The dead boys were male Eves, and the real killers are two seemingly innocent little girls, replicas of Eve themselves. They murdered their parents and even attempted to poison Mulder and Scully. Fortunately, Mulder discovered it in time. Their plot was exposed, and the girls were captured. But Mulder and Scully know this is far from over. The horror unleashed by genetic manipulation has only just begun. But what horror will happen next?
In a quiet British-style mansion, fire erupts without warning. Within seconds, the diplomat is consumed by fire. Mulder and Scully arrive, staring at the blackened ruins, searching for answers. But the blaze leaves no trace of fuel, no ordinary cause. Soon, suspicion falls on a man named Cecil, a gardener with a deadly secret. He has a mysterious superpower that allows him to control fire with his fingers. Walls catch fire without warning, as if the flames obey him. Mulder and Scully investigate the house, the air heavy with unseen danger. Then Cecil unleashes his full power, igniting the entire house. The diplomat's family is trapped, screaming for help as the fire closes in. Mulder and Scully charge into the inferno, risking everything to save them. In the end, horribly scarred but still alive, Cecil lies in a hospital bed. His smile became an unknown fear. No one knew what would happen next. The story seemed to have no end. In North Carolina, two young people vanish into the night. The murderer is just a dark shadow. Without any clues, the nightmare begins. Mulder and Scully take the case, their only lead death row inmate Luther. He claims to channel the dead, guiding them to the victims. As the investigation deepens, Scully is forced to confront the collision between science and the supernatural. Is Luther manipulating them or speaking the truth? Clues emerge, danger closing in. The victims cower in the dark. Luther whispers of chains by the river, decay in the air. By the river, chilling evidence emerges. The victims are rescued, death delayed. But the truth remains unclear. In Boston, a man dies mysteriously after spending the night with a beautiful stranger, his body drained of every drop of fluid. Mulder and Scully trace the killings to a secluded religious commune called the Kindred. The people there are strange, peaceful, yet unsettling. Their touch feels cold, their eyes ancient, and their faces seem to change. Mulder discovers their terrifying secret. These beings can change gender, skin, even identity at will. When one of them escapes into the city, the murders begin again. Mulder and Scully chase the shapeshifter through neon alleys, but in a flash of blinding light it vanishes. They return to the Kindred village, only to find the place abandoned. The earth scorched in a perfect circle, as if something not of this world has taken them home. A routine bank robbery turns deadly. The suspect, Warren Dupper, is killed on the spot. FBI agent Jack Willis was seriously injured during the operation. Scully rushes to save Willis with emergency care. He recovers miraculously, but something changes. He moves, speaks, and remembers like Dupper. Mulder suspects the impossible. That Dupper's mind now lives inside Willis's body. Scully refuses to believe, until Willis disappears, and reunites with Dupper's lover, Lula. In the shadows of empty warehouses, Mulder and Scully close in. Lula betrays him. Enraged, Willis turns on her, and is shot. As he dies, the real Willis returns, whispering Scully's name one last time. The case is closed, but the question remains. Who truly came back from the dead? Years ago, Mulder hunted a ruthless killer, John Barnett. Now, years after Barnett's supposed death in prison, he's back, and somehow, he looks younger. Each new victim is found with twisted hands of frozen mid-transformation, as if life itself was mutating. Mulder uncovers the horrifying truth. A prison doctor had experimented on Barnett, using cell regeneration to defy aging, but turned him into something no longer human. Driven by vengeance, Barnett comes for Mulder and for Scully. In a tense showdown, Mulder finally ends him. But as the smoke clears, the government quietly takes Barnett's body and his secret to eternal life. And somewhere in the dark, the experiment continues. On a lonely road in Tennessee, a truck driver sees a blinding green light, and within it, something not human. Moments later, his cargo vanishes without a trace. Mulder and Scully investigate and uncover a chilling lead. The truck was carrying an EBE, an extraterrestrial biological entity. They chase the truth across states, but each clue disappears. Tapes erased, witnesses silenced, even they are being watched. Mulder turns to his contact, Deep Throat, who confesses aliens are real and the government is hiding everything. With the help of the lone gunmen, they trace the EBE's transport. But the warehouse is empty, eerily silent. Mulder realizes it was all a carefully staged government ruse. A truth meant to be chased, but never proven. In a quiet town in Tennessee, a young man named Samuel Hartley was believed to carry the touch of God. A single hand on the sick, and they rose healed. Within his father's revival ministry, he became a living miracle. But faith shattered when one of his miracles suddenly died. And the town that worshipped Samuel turned against him. Accused of murder, he drew the attention of the FBI. Mulder sensed something extraordinary. Scully saw only deception and desperate belief. Yet in court, Samuel spoke as if he already knew how and when he would die. Soon after, he was beaten to death in his jail cell. Case closed, until his funeral. There, in the rain, Mulder spotted a woman in the crowd, a woman who had been declared dead, now standing, breathing, alive, and in that moment, he understood, maybe miracles do exist. We're just not ready to believe in them. In the wilds of Montana, a rancher kills a young man who attacked him. But Mulder and Scully find the body warped with animal-like features, evidence of the old legend of the Manitou, a creature caught between man and Voth. Torn wounds, impossible tracks, terrified witnesses. All point to a killer that is neither human nor beast. Mulder discovers a darker pattern. When a Manitou dies, its curse passes to the one who killed it. As night falls, new attacks erupt. The survivor grows violent, restless, something feral stirring inside him. And then the truth hits, the Manitou never died. It's still out there choosing its next host, and that host is already among them. Deep in the Washington mountains, a logging crew vanishes, camp abandoned, truck lights still burning. Mulder and Scully arrive to find the truth isn't human at all. Tiny bioluminescent insects, sealed inside ancient trees for millennia, have been released by logging. And they feed in darkness, draining life in seconds. As night closes in, the agents and a few survivors barricade themselves in a remote cabin. The generator falters, fuel dwindles. Outside, the forest is pure black. If the lights fail, they die. At dawn, they make a final run for safety, but the insects swarm like a living cloud, devouring every shred of light. Mulder and Scully are rescued at the last moment, and the forest is sealed under the label of a dangerous, and the government buries the truth. But deep in the woods, tiny green lights still flicker. Ancient, hungry, and far from gone. And the story isn't over. 30 years ago, he rose from the dark. 30 years later, he returned. Eugene Toombs, a creature who can twist bones, stretch limbs, and survive for centuries, is released as if he were just another criminal. Mulder knows the truth. No one believes him. Toombs blends into everyday life, but in the shadows, he chooses new victims. Mulder tails him, only to be accused of harassment. And as the case falls apart, Toombs begins building his hibernation nest. A grotesque mix of mucus, paper, and trophies from the dead. Then it gets worse. He targets Scully. One night, Toombs slips into her apartment, crawling through a vent like a living shadow. Before he can strike, Mulder storms in. The chase drags them into Toombs' underground lair. Toombs lunges, limbs twisting like an animal. But Mulder traps him under a moving escalator, ending the cycle. The case is closed, but as Mulder stares at the empty nest, he wonders. Some creatures never truly die. In the NYPD, a suspect dies mysteriously during a sealed room interrogation. And the only witness is a silent little girl named Michelle. Mulder and Scully step in, only to discover Michelle keeps drawing the same face. The face of Charlie Morris, a detective who died under strange circumstances 8 years ago. As the investigation deepens, officers involved in Charlie's so-called accidental drowning begin to die in bizarre, unexplainable ways. Mulder starts to believe the impossible. Michelle may be Charlie reborn. A soul returning through a child to finish his revenge, and whatever is riding within her. Seems capable of moving objects, altering the environment, even striking without ever being seen. Eventually, the truth surfaces. Charlie wasn't a victim of an accident, but of corruption murdered by his own partners. Now, through Michelle, he takes back the justice he was denied. Yet when the case closes, a strange shadow flickers behind Michelle's eyes. A warning that this story is far from over. In a high-security lab, a scientist dies in a turbine accident far too precise to be accidental. Mulder and Scully investigate, and all evidence points to Roland. A quiet janitor with the mind of a child, but the surveillance footage shows a killer. With genius-level knowledge and flawless technical skill, abilities Roland doesn't have. Mulder uncovers the truth. Roland once had a twin brother, Arthur. A brilliant researcher, now brain dead. Yet still controlling Roland through a genetic, psychic bond. Arthur uses Roland's body to kill the colleagues who betrayed him, and complete the work he never finished. But at the final moment, Roland breaks free, stopping the last murder. Arthur's influence fades, and Roland whispers, "I don't want to hurt anyone." The case ends, but the line between mind and body feels thinner than ever. A simple car chase uncovers the government's darkest secret. Following the trail, Mulder discovers the man was a subject of a classified experiment. An attempt to inject alien DNA into humans to create hybrids. Guided by the anonymous informant Deep Throat, Scully infiltrates a biological lab, where she comes face to face with a real alien embryo. Meanwhile, Mulder is captured at another facility. To save him, Deep Throat trades the alien evidence for Mulder's life. But as they prepare to escape, Deep Throat is gunned down by a mysterious assassin. With his last breath, he warns Scully, "Trust no one." Back in Washington, the X-Files are officially shut down. In an empty office, Mulder listens to Scully's silence on the phone, and realizes the truth is now farther away than ever.